Hey everybody, good evening, good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for June 22nd. I'm Dana Lane. Today we're going to go through my top 3 Major League Baseball plays free plays for Saturday, and then we'll wrap it up with a betting tip that focuses on the Colorado Rockies and their home road splits. And is it better to bet on them the first game of the series, or does it get better as the series goes on? Well, we'll look at those numbers. After the show, please go to pickdawgz.com. I'll have my premium Major League Baseball 3-pack locked and loaded a little bit later on. Going out tonight to see the boys. So a little bit later on, I'll have that up. Will be up definitely by Saturday, or very early Saturday morning. Jump on my single plays or tomorrow's Major League Baseball 3-pack for $49.99. Every 3-pack and individual play comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, there's only one way to get involved in every play that I release from now until 30 days from now, 90 days from now, 365 days from now. Just jump on an annual or an all-access pass, all-access pass for just $3.56 a day. You can get a 30-day pass for less than $11 a day and a 90-day pass for less than $10 a day. So make sure you do get involved. It's going to be a massive weekend, so please join me all weekend long. Let's get to our free plays, and I'm going to go through these fairly quick because I got to get out of here. But on to your free plays for Saturday. Remember, these are probable pitchers, but I think each one of these pitchers are going to go on Saturday, but make sure to always double check. We'll start things off 1:10 Eastern Time. 9:11, 9:12 is your rotation number. Chicago White Sox against the Detroit Tigers. Tigers minus $1.57, 8.5 over minus $1.21. Drew Thorpe against Kenta Maeda. This number is about to burst up to 9, guys, so make sure you do get on this. And I can use that 8.5 because it is the consensus number right now, but we're looking at minus $1.21 over, and that's about ready to go up to 9. But 73% of the early money is on the over also, which is why I think we'll see a 9 pretty soon. Bettors are also coming in on the Tigers. Not a surprise. They're playing one of the worst teams in baseball at home with Maeda on the mound, who still has name value in this league, even though his numbers aren't what they used to be. And Thorpe is making his 3rd start of his career. I'm staying away from the side in this game because I think the number seems like a little bit of a trap, but the total is definitely screaming to me. Thorpe was good he was okay. A 5-inning run against the Seattle Mariners in his first start. Then he was lit up by the Arizona Diamondbacks in his second start, allowed 7 earned runs and 3 1/3 innings. Maeda, well, he's been lit up all season. 2-3 record to go with a 6.02 ERA. Just has not found what he used to be. And of course, organizations make a complete difference. But in his last 3 appearances, Maeda has given up 10 earned runs and 13.2 innings, a 6.58 ERA. I'm going to go over that 8.5 minus $1.21. Run before it gets to 9. I think we'll still be fine at 9. 4:05 Eastern Time, 9:21, 9:22. Tampa Bay Rays against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates minus $1.13, 8.5 over minus 12. Zach Eflin against Jared Jones. This is a number that's based upon name because at this point, I think I will take any of the Pirates' top 3 and maybe top 4 if you want to throw Bailey Falter in there. I'll take them over Zach Eflin at this point on most nights. Neither the odds makers or the public have really caught up to who Jared Jones is, and yet we see, because we see 70% of the money coming in on the Rays, 85% of the money coming in on the over. Eflin has allowed 11 earned runs in 21 1/3 innings and a 4.64 ERA, and also in that span, in 21 1/3 innings, disturbing 26 hits allowed. Not really somebody I want to have my money behind. Jared Jones is likely the best pitcher that nobody knows about unless you watch Pirates games on a regular basis. You could think of him somewhere between Paul Skeens and Mitch Keller. I think, and I don't know if I'm putting him, I think he's closer to Keller because Keller's been fantastic this year, but he's right in there. And I guess the reason why is he throws as hard as Skeens or a mile or two off, which, when Skeens is throwing 101, 102. That gives you an idea of how good Jared Jones is. Location's a problem. Giving up the long ball is a problem for Jared Jones for sure. But I still like the Pirates here, minus $1.13, especially coming off a loss against the Rays. And they're down at this point. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But game number 3, 7:15 Eastern Time, 9:07, 9:08. Milwaukee Brewers against the San Diego Padres. Padres minus $1.15. 8.5 over minus 15. Carlos Rodriguez against Randy Vasquez. So far, the Padres are getting 68% of the public support, while the over is getting 88% of the public money. We have 2 starters who have been less than stellar in 2024, which is probably why we see a mad dash towards the over. Rodriguez is going to be making just his 3rd start in hopes of lowering that 6.48 ERA. He allowed 6 earned runs in his first outing, has allowed 6 earned runs in 8 1/3 innings, and that's all at the major league level. That's over 2 starts. Now, as far as Vasquez is concerned, he's pitched a little bit more in the bigs. 1-4, 5.70 ERA, coming off his worst start of the season. He allowed 6 earned runs against the Philadelphia Phillies and a 9-2 loss in his last outing 5 days ago. So this looks like an easy over, right? Especially with 2 teams that are in the top 10 in runs scored. It looks like an easy over. Guys, we've been doing this a long time. We know when things look like it is on the path to riches, we know that we need to go on another path. This is absolutely how the world of gambling works. 8.5 is a trap. I think this number should be 9, maybe even 9.5. I just think I've been doing this way too long. And I may be wrong on this, and they might have hung a bad number up there, which I think it's a bad number. We'll see what happens, but I like the under in this 8.5, and we're getting minus $1.05, which is more bankroll friendly. We don't have to lay that $1.15 on the over, so we're going to go in that direction, and I think that's going to be you'll see how that works out. Before we close out the show, here's your handicapping tip for Friday, and today I was asked about the Colorado Rockies, and I do want to let you know I do remember the other comments on the YouTube channel about other things you'd like me to research. I just haven't quite had the time to do that because it's a little bit more extensive, but I will get those out. I never forget, and I want to make sure everybody has their questions answered. So today we were talking about the Colorado Rockies and what the numbers are in the first game of a home series, which is a legitimate question because when you have teams coming in from other cities and now all of a sudden you have to play in the altitude of Colorado, it's like, well, how does that affect teams? Well, it's pretty interesting. Let's break this down first by their home road splits this year. We know Colorado is 15-20 at home this year, plus 1.65 units. On the road, 11-27, minus 5.26 units. I think there was 2 games in there that didn't have a line up to wager on, or at least one that was up there long enough to get included in these records. But still, a little bit better at Coors than on the road. Not so great record-wise, but of course they're always, most of the time, even at home, an underdog, and that's why we see a plus money at home, even though they're 5 games under 500. Now, what's the various records throughout a series at Coors? Very interesting. Game 1 this year, 5-6. Plus 1.53 units, still a profit. Over the last, we'll get to that. Game 2 this year, 4-7, minus 1.29 units. Game 3, 5-6, plus 1.12 units. And Game 4, 1-1, plus 0.29 units. So that's a grand total of, well, I already gave you the splits. But Game 1, it does look like, and there's not, it's only 11 games. I want to see this over a period of time this year, but Game 1 does look like the game that you want to get on the Rockies. But again, a losing record, so you got to say, hey, I probably am going to lose this game, but this is about a marathon, about betting teams coming in into Coors over a long period of time, which the numbers do indicate that you will find success betting that way. Now, the reason I say that is, let's stretch it out over the last 3 years. Game 1 at Coors over the last 3 years, and that includes this year, 31-32, the Rockies record, plus 8.54 units. It's a nice little profit. No, nothing to lean on or hang your hat on every single time they're at home, but it is a piece of information that is valuable. Again, under 500, but over the marathon of the season, looks like we're going to be able to turn a profit. Game number 2 over the last 3 years, 28 and 35, minus 1.02 units. Game 3, 29 and 31, again under 500, but they have turned a profit, 5.80 units. And game 4, 5 and 6, plus 0.05 units. So over the last 3 years, been very successful betting on the Rockies in game 1 of a series, and that has followed suit so far in 2024. So I appreciate the question. If you like, if there's any follow-up to that I can add to it, please feel free to ask. I just wanted to get that in because I just have a short amount of time today. If there's anything you'd like me to research, please drop that comment on YouTube channel. If I can get it, I definitely will. If I have the numbers, I will definitely do that. Also, guys, I told you, if we get to those 200 likes, which we have moved forward in that direction. I do appreciate everybody watching. A lot of people now, almost to the 3,000 mark. Please. We're 2,500, I guess is more accurate, but still really good. Thank you so much. Everybody hit that like button. Once we get to 200 likes on a video, I'll give you 2 handicapping tips per day. Other than that, I guess that's it. On to my show. That does it for today's free pick and tip. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my annual All Access Pass, my weekly All Access Pass, 30 days, 90 days, whatever's best for you. Let's roll our sleeves up. Let's get to work this weekend. Here's our Saturday free play recap. 10:10 Eastern Time, Chicago White Sox and Detroit over 8.5. Pittsburgh minus $1.13, and Milwaukee, San Diego under 8.5 minus $1.05, and that's 10:10 Pacific time, by the way. So 1:10 Eastern time. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who watches on a daily basis. I thank you all. I appreciate all the nice comments. A lot of work goes into this, so every little comment is appreciated. So thank you so much. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Saturday.